Well, I saw the movie The Green Book, and it was just really a wonderful movie. I really enjoyed it a lot. But it then raised a lot of questions. This was in the Midwest and the South. They said, well, what about Idaho? Wonder what the Green Book says about Idaho. 1949, and Idaho had two listings, one in Pocatello and one in Boise. One was a parsonage, and one was Mrs. S. Love. So I got that information, so I went down to 1164 River Street. And right now that is a bike path that crosses the street right across from the Payette Brewery. The next question I asked was, they showed in the movie sundowner towns, and they were posted, and which said, Negroes have to be out of town before sunset, or they would be arrested. And so I asked, is there sundowner towns in Idaho? And I've never heard of such a thing. And so I started doing some research and contacted the Smithsonian and got a hold of their library, and they sent me information of a fellow who did a book on sundowner towns in the United States. In his book, he had approximately 5 or 6 Idaho towns listed. Now, it was actually legal to arrest people if you were black, if you were there after sunset. And then I found out through the Black History Museum about the Ku Klux Klan being in Idaho. I did not know there was Ku Klux Klan here, and that the Ku Klux Klan burned crosses on a lawn in 1962 here in Boise. This is pretty upsetting. Every day in school, I'd say the Pledge of Allegiance. And I believed it. And for some reason, it's still there. I still believe it. The last line is, and liberty and justice for all. I thought that's who we were as a people, as a country, as a state. Well, I could tell you, this stuff I'm finding out, this is not liberty and justice for all.
I think the story needs to be told, and him choosing to do so and delve into something that's evidently lesser known is a beautiful thing. We need to get the word out there, especially with the current political climate, the us versus them. People need to understand that we've dealt with this in the past, and this was one of the tools to alleviate that situation, or to let those who were oppressed travel safely.
I wish we could get this story to be a little bit more widespread, and not in a way of condemnation, but in a way of looking at our change, our growth, our evolution. Because this is not happening now to the degree it was, even though there are remnants, of course. But the bigotry, the prejudice, I think is dissipating.